Today, we're going to take a look at a hands-on demo with Luminar Neo and the erase tools that can remove power lines and remove dust spots automatically. I've got a few of my own photographs with some problems in them. We're going to see how well this works on my photos rather than the ones that are provided by Skylum in the demos we've seen so far. So that's what we're going to take a look at. Let's get into it. Hi, my name is William Beem. I'm a photographer just like you. In my previous video, I did a demo of the Relight AI tool inside of Luminar Neo. This is a technical release. It's not a full release yet, but I'll link that in the card above if you want to go back and take a look at that. And this one, I just want to concentrate on the changes to the erase tool. So with that in mind, why don't we go ahead and get started? When we think about power lines, I'm usually thinking about lines that are just going across the sky someplace. And as it turns out, I don't take that many photos of power lines. Usually if I look up and I think it sucks, I don't want to take the photograph. This one was just a bar in Havana. And the only reason I wanted to get this as a snapshot was because I live in Florida and this is the Floridita bar. And I also have some sad memories of this photo because right after I took this photo, a Cuban pigeon decided to poop right on my nose. So I was with some folks that said, hey, that's good luck. And I thought, it didn't feel very good to me, but I digress. Anyways, I want to see if the tool will get rid of these power lines. So we're going to come over here to the erase tool, and you can see down here where it says objects removal. You've got an option to remove power lines and remove dust spots. So let's start off with remove power lines and see what happens. All right, it's done it. And it may not be exactly the result that you want. You can see that we've got a little line right here. I don't know if that's a dust spot that I didn't see before, but these are clearly where some of the lines were. And most of the work is done for you. If that happens, you can use your brush, and you can see where we can select the radius over here and just kind of wipe out any lines that used to be there. And then we click on erase. And that gets that. I'm going to pretend, and I don't know for sure, that this is a dust spot. Let's try out remove dust spots. And no, it's not. So I'm going to say that must have been part of the power line. So we'll go ahead and click this. And that's it. Now, if you want to, obviously, you can still select spots like we've done here, click erase, and it'll remove it. And maybe you wanted part of this done and some of these other things, you could still go manually do that. But the power line's removed. So I'm going to declare that one a partial success. And the reason I say partial is because I look down here and you can see where it broke this pipe. You can get things back. If you come over here to click on restore, and we'll just paint over this area and see what happens when we click restore. And it brought that little section of pipe right back. So this is, as I said, still a technical release. I think that this is the intention of how the tool is going to work. It may remove something that you didn't want, like that little bar right there. It was very easy to bring that back. So we didn't have to go undo and then try to select spots and do it manually. I'd say that's a much faster workflow for this particular photo than if I'd done this manually trying to use the erase tool just to draw out those lines. Okay, let's choose another photograph. All right, if you recognize this scene, this is from Seattle, and this is kind of what I typically think of with power lines. So they're just kind of going across the sky. Now, again, to me, this is interesting because it's coming here, it's anchored to this building. There's a line coming up here, and this goes across over this window here where I can't really see what's happening. So we're going to go over to the erase tool, and I am going to choose remove power lines and give it a moment to think. And that's pretty impressive. Everything in the sky, I'd say there's like one little speck right around here and maybe right over here. And that's going to be easy to touch up. I'm just going to dab this and click erase. Now over here, you can see that this little line didn't get erased. I don't know if it should have been erased or not, but I am going to just try and select this and click the erase button. I think that the select tool may have, or the eraser, still left kind of a little bit of an impression there. I'm not pleased that that's the greatest erase, and it could have been due to my brush size. So let's undo that. I guess we can't undo. So let's click on restore. And see if we can't bring that back. Doesn't seem to want to play. I'm honestly not thrilled with that selection. And the fact that when I come over here to edit, undo, there's nothing for me to undo. And when I tried to do the restore, it didn't restore this line. So as far as the power lines going across the sky, I think it did a very good job. Maybe this over here might need a little bit more work on it as well. So let's just kind of select that. And I'm learning that when you use this tool, give yourself a moment to really analyze it, because I started off thinking, wow, everything looks great, because I'm thinking about the power lines. And then I started to notice, like, well, there's a little bit of a line that was still there. It's still much faster than doing this manually, but I would say pay attention, give yourself a moment to look it over, because then you may come back to it and say, that's not exactly what I had in mind. All right, let's go over and try a different photo, and maybe we'll look at some dust spots. Okay, so you can see I've got a number of dust spots on this image, and we may even be able to combine this. I'm not sure if this is a mark on her thigh or if that's a dust spot there. I'm curious to see if it is a dust spot, of how this handles on skin. But again, let's go over to erase, and now we'll try remove dust spots. And it looks like it was a dust spot on her thigh, so that seems like it's taken off. And I'm looking around, and all the dust spots really look like they're gone. And that is just such a time saver for me. All right, let's cheat. We're going to do something here with the relight settings, and I want to see what happens if I can just kind of brighten her up. This is one of the photos I took where her face should have been turned towards the direction of the light, and I got kind of that split look. So I just wanted to try and brighten that up a little bit and see what happened when we can change the depth. And actually, that does a nice job of bringing her out. Okay, let's go back to the catalog, and I will select another photo for some more dust spots. All right, different portrait. We can see dust spots all over the side over here, all over the side over there. So let's open up the erase tool and remove dust spots. And again, I am just really impressed. I mean, those dust spots, you remember what it's like when you had to go through and like click here and click here and click here and just kind of do all those things to remove dust spots. Had to zoom in and see, is that a dust spot or not? That is just such a time saver. I'm very impressed with the dust spot removal tool over here. Let's see if we have one more photo to take a look at. So this one doesn't have quite as many of the small ones, but it's got a rather large one over here. Let's give this a try. And to remove the dust spots. And that cleared out right away. So pretty easy. This is going to be one of my favorite tools to start off with whenever I've got some portraits that are on a gray background. Let's see if we have any on this photo. Same model, same scenario. I think this one had already been cleaned up. But that is kind of a quick look at some of the tools for removing power lines and removing dust spots. The dust spot removal, I would give that an A. It seemed to work very well. It worked on, we saw there was a dust spot on the young lady's thigh, so it picked that up and removed it. It's finding, identifying, and removing dust spots without fail. On the power line removal tool, I'd give it a B. It does a lot of the work for you, but it did miss a couple of spots we had to go and retouch. Clearly, it was much faster than having to do it manually, and this is not the final release of the software yet, but I'd say overall, it's heading in the right direction, but it's not quite there yet. I was a little disappointed with the erase tool that I did not get the restore that I wanted on the Seattle photo. It worked fine on the photo from Havana with that sign with a Floridita bar, and then it didn't work quite so well on that wire that was on the side of the building. So I don't know what the difference was or why that was worked in one case and didn't work in another. So those are things that I will probably send back to Skylum and say, can you tell me why? They are requesting people, that have the technical release software to send them some photos back so that they can do some more training with the AI on the tool. So I expect that when we see our final release that this should be improved. Hopefully there will be another release before that, and I'll be able to test these features out and show you what's going on. So thank you very much for spending a little time with me today. If you are interested in Luminar Neo, I'm creating a course just like I did for Luminar AI, and it will cover all of the features and all of the tools and how to use them. I'm offering that as a bonus for anybody who buys using my affiliate link, and that is williambeem.com/Luminar Neo. And if you buy during that, now is the best time. It's going to be the best price, particularly with Black Friday coming up, because when the software releases sometime this winter, the price will go up to its full retail version. It'll be higher. I have a coupon code that will save you $10 at that time, and that is my last name, Beem. But if you buy now, you'll get a good price on it, better than when it releases. And also, you have a 30-day money-back guarantee, and that starts when you get your software. So it's not when you buy right now, it is when you get your software. And if you don't like it for some reason, Skylum has a no questions asked money-back guarantee. So you just simply tell them, I've changed my mind, or I don't like this, whatever the case may be. I would like a refund, please. You don't even have to tell them that you changed your mind. Just say, I would like a refund, please. They will process it for you. You'll get your money back within that 30-day window from when you first get the software. Hope that's helpful to you. If you like this video, please go ahead, click the like button. That tells the YouTube overlords that we've done something right. Hopefully they'll share this with more people, and that helps the channel grow. Thank you so much. I'll see you again in the next video.